Hey guys, just going to do a quick question or two, depending on how fast I can solve this. So I've been able to solve this like with Python, and now I'm going to just try to convert that into Java. And I might be answering this question, number 94, binary tree in order traversal, and also possibly this reverse integer. So let's just go ahead and work on valid parentheses. So an easy way to do this is just to use O space by using a hash map. So what do we do a hash map of? We just do a string and string. We can call this um, containers equals new hash map. Okay, and then we're gonna add. Yeah, we're gonna add. Let's just do this hash map. Hash map. Add new key Java. Okay, so put. Okay, perfect. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to do here is containers dot put closing parentheses, open parentheses, containers dot put. Okay, so why am I doing this? I'm doing this is because this is a stack problem. So what I'm going to be doing is just adding and removing this to a stack. And in order to do that, I can just check if I have a closing parentheses. So this will be used to basically check if, for example, like let's say you have this open parentheses in the stack, that's the last item, and then you have this next character right here. So for that character, you check if that is, let's make sure I got this right. Yeah, you basically just make sure that this closing character is the same as the last stack character. So in this case, the containers dot put closing parentheses is going to equal this one, and that's the case. You can complete that removal. So let's just do here using stacks in Java. Stack integer. Okay, so I just have to do stack of strings, I believe. Okay. Just make sure I have this stack class. Okay, stack, 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 stack. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it looks like I can just do a stack like this, and then just do string. So we'll just call that stack equals new stack. Okay, and then we just iterate over the string. Correct. And then string if okay, so if containers dot get charac is null, that means we have an opening character. So if that's the case, then we add it to the stack. Stack dot, believe it was add. Oh, push. Okay, stack dot push, and then we just push that character. And let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Else if gotta make sure it's spelled containers right. So containers dot get charac. So else if, so then we want to get the last character in a stack. I think that you can do peak, right? Yep, okay, so you can do peak, else if stack dot peak equals containers dot get charac, then you want to do a stack dot pop. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right. And then you want to, at the end of that, do stack dot empty. So return stack dot empty. So for every character you're pushing, if it is not in this hash map right here, if it is, then you just check the last character if it equals that. Okay. Let's make sure. Pop, push, peak, search. Okay. So if this does not equal, then I think you'd still want to include, you still want to include the character. So else if does not equal, and then that's where you add it. So stack.push charac. And then if that's the case, then yeah, if that's the case, then you will not, that will return false. Okay, so let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's just make sure, I think that's fine. So right now I'm just doing typing, make sure that's right. Okay, so I create a hash map called containers, a string character key, and a string value. So you're basically doing the closing values, making sure that they're equal to the opening values. Then you create a stack. From that, if you have a character that is not with a closing key, then you add it to the stack. Else, if the last element in the stack is equal to one of the characters, here, then you pop the stack. If it's not there, so if the last element is not this particular character, then you add it. And then if that's added, then you have a not valid parentheses. But if everything is followed in these two and the eventual stack is empty, then it will return true. So let's run that. Okay. Oh, else if. Sorry, else if. Put. Sorry about that, guys. Small little error there. The A was at the wrong area. Expression type. Okay, so maybe it's character. Okay, that's fine. So we've got a stack of characters. Okay, so all we gotta do there is change the characters. That's fine. Okay. And in order to change the characters, down below with the put statements, all I have to do is change these to we can always change this if this is wrong. Okay. So I think this is was the issue with the for character charac of S. So could be wrong, and then I can always just undo this. Okay, code. Okay, let's see what's wrong here. For each not applicable to expression type string. For each not applicable to type string Java. It's an array. Okay. Let's go back there and see if we get the same errors. Okay, yeah, for string charac. Yeah, string for everything. Okay, maybe we just got to do this empty. Okay, interesting. For string it in array Java. Okay, let's see what I'm doing wrong here. So maybe I just gotta do to array. String to char array. Okay. So let's just do to char array then. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in Java. Alright, that's fine. Add selection. Select all currency, boom. Okay. So I'm just doing this to make this a little bit easier. I'm gonna just do it to a char array. Hopefully that solves like this little iteration issue, which I'll have to look up, of course. Okay. 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 Character. SR equals S dot to char array. Okay, character. String to char array. Okay. So it didn't actually. Okay, let's see if that changes things. Okay. Oh my fucking, sorry. Oh my turnips. Oh, that's what it is, okay. Okay, so it seems that types are very important, and for Java it's a little frustrating for me. I have to learn a ton about that. So length is less or equal to 1, return false. Okay, submit. Okay, so strings are a little bit different. String out length is less than return false. Oh, okay, so it's valid. Okay, 0, return true. S equals no, return false. Okay. All right, this should solve. Details. Which one is this? 7 out of 7. Empty stack exception. Oh. Oh yeah, and then the stack is empty. Okay, so let's make this the first else if then. Okay. Okay. Same thing, not empty stack. Okay, so we're closer there. Else. Else is step down. Else. Return false. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what this taught me is I have to learn a lot about different uses, especially the types in this for operator. So apparently you can do it over strings, which I think kind of makes sense with immutable data structures. Also, I didn't think about the edge case about like 0, an empty string being a valid string, but if you actually kind of look at the description, it makes sense because you're essentially just trying to find a string that a string of containers that can eventually be empty. Yeah, and then just making sure the typing of the data structures are the same too. I learned a lot of cool stuff about stacks and how to like use those built-in functions. And then this is a pretty nifty function, the .empty. Also, I got a little bit lost here with thinking about all the conditions in using the stack, and I kind of overlooked if you actually have a closing character, but the stack is empty. So again, just paying attention to those edge cases would be very helpful. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. It's a lot of fun to do in Java. I'm going to try to do some more. But yeah, typing is very important in Java, and this will be very an important area of focus for me to focus on to improve my job interview skills. Anyways, thank you for watching and see you next video. Cheers.